Hiya, welcome to GGKCS, multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitching, geeky. I'm Cece. I'm so glad you're here today. Today is not Saturday. I was going to record this yesterday, and then Dammy came over, as I will show you momentarily. Today is Sunday, the 4th of September, 2022, and this is episode 489, in which it's our 10th Podiversary. I'd like to say a big welcome back. Love y'all to all returning viewers, a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. So, 10th Podiversary, 10 years we've been doing this, and Dammy came over and we had cake. So, I'm going to cut to that clip and then we'll get started with the show. Here we go. Pink is wondering what we're doing. Hello, peepush. We've brought you here today because we are about to have cake. Because it's our 10th Podiversary. 10 years ago, when Dammy was a wee 12-year-old, we started this podcast, which has gone through several iterations, but still it remains. And happy 10th Podiversary. Do you want to say anything? No. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of our community. Let us eat cake. So let's start with what's on my needles. As usual, in my kitty cat bag from Little Fish Stitches, I am working on socks. You know, you can't expect anything different. I mean, Cece has socks on the needles like 98% of the time. And if she doesn't have socks on the needles, she's thinking about what socks she wants to have on the needles. These are birthday socks from my bestie, Katie, who I'm going to see in, I believe it was 6 weeks from yesterday. So excited. This is my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern that you can find at javapearldesigns.com. And as always, everything we talk about is linked in the show notes, ggkcs.com. I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and I'm using Bootlegger's Hollow Hand Eyes Cloud in the Look at the Flowers Lizzie colorway. Sock number 1 is done. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colors. So pretty. And sock number 2 is well on its way. Let's see here. So, probably 60% done with the foot. So I'm making progress. I have to tell y'all how I hand wound this ball one day because I didn't feel like getting out the Swift and ball winder, and so I literally hung the skein of yarn around my neck and hand wound it, and it was just so peaceful and meditative, and I just loved it. And yeah, I'm loving working on these socks for Katie. I need to get these done so that I can get her youngest son Izzy's socks done. I'm FaceTiming with her tomorrow, so I will need to ask her what size shoe Izzy is wearing now. But that way I can take them with me instead of paying the exorbitant price of shipping to send his socks later. And then the other thing that's on my needles, as it has been all year, in the maker bag from Nerdbird Makery, I'm working on the Dust of Snow wrap by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. I am using US 6's 4 mil needles. So last year, Silver D and Friends sent me a yarn advent calendar, and so I'm using that. I'm not going to go through all the yarn because I'm on color. Tomorrow I will add color 19. So there are 18 colors in this. But let me just get it here so I can try to show you. It's gotten so big that I can't show it well, but here we go. It is larger than my wingspan, and I still have 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 more colors to add. And then it will need to be blocked, and it will blossom even more. So it's going to be a huge wrap. The next color that I'll be adding tomorrow is this gorgeous green. How pretty is that? So I'm excited for that. I am not going to take this with me on my trip, but when I went through, oops, got yarn twisted, there we go. When I went through and did this, so I do 12 rows a week on this, and when I went through and laid it out, trying to get to the last page, it's only going to take 48 weeks to do this, doing 12 rows a week. So I can take the 2 weeks that I'm going to the UK off and still finish this by the end of the year. So, yeah, so I will continue working on it. Drop my pen on the floor. I will continue working on it 12 rows a week, except for those 2 weeks that I take off in October. So, but I'm loving how it's turning out, and I just can't wait for it to get finished and wear it, and I just love it. So, all right, that's everything that's on my needles, but I have a bunch of FOs to show you, so let's move on to the next segment. And now I'm going to tell you about my finished projects. So I'm going to show you the 4 preemie hats I finished in the last month first, and then I'll show you the other FO. So these are all from my free top-down preemie hat pattern. Sorry, my nose is itching. That you can find on our website, javapearldesigns.com. Link in the show notes, ggkcs.com. I do all of these on US 6's 4mm needles. Okay, first up is number 32 for the year. Maybe if I hold that over there, it won't blow it out. This used Lion brand Vanna's Choice in the Dusty Blue colorway, a Barocco Vintage DK in the Cracked Pepper colorway, and an Unknown yarn. Okay. This is number 33 for the year. This used a Barocco Vintage DK in, that's not right. This one, sorry. Let's try that again. This is number 33 for the year. This used Barocco Vintage DK in the white colorway, Stranded Dye Works BFL nylon fingering in the 4224 colorway, and Leading Men Fiber Art Showcase in the Just Peachy colorway. Super cute. Love those colors. Okay, and then let me scroll. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out which is which. Sorry about that. Live by a fire station. Yeah, no, it is what it is. Okay, here we go. This is number 34 for the year. This used Pandia's Jewels hand-dyed yarn snug in the But I Think I Came Out More Magician colorway, Stranded Dye Works BFL nylon fingering in the 4224 colorway, and Barocco Vintage DK in the Cracked Pepper colorway. And then finally, number 35 for the year. This used Opal Sock in the very descriptive 9331 colorway and Barocco Vintage DK in the Cracked Pepper colorway. So that is, okay, that is, sorry, we're out of our latest heat wave, but it's warm enough that I need to have the balcony door open, which means the blinds are up, which means the color kind of sometimes gets distorted. So there are the 4 preemie hats I finished in the last month. And then the other thing I finished is a pair of socks. So these are Dammy's birthday socks. Dammy's birthday is in just under 6 weeks because their birthday is right before I leave on my trip. So this is the French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern that I mentioned earlier. You can get it at javapearldesigns.com. US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Knit Picks Felici in the Beat Knit colorway. It took me 26 days to knit these. And Dammy has seen them and loves them. They're not perfectly matchy-matchy, but I wasn't trying to matchy-matchy them. And, oh, let me tell you what happened here. Let's see. This one. So Knit Picks Felici comes in 50-gram skeins. So I knit the whole first sock. Fine. There was leftover. So I knit all the way up through here. And then I joined the new color, the new skein of yarn. And didn't realize till about up here that it was wound in reverse. And so the colors are backwards. And I panically FaceTimed Dammy and was like, oh my gosh, do you know what happened? And I was like, I can rip it out and do it the other way. And Damien was like, no, 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 just leave it, just leave it. So, yeah, so the colors reverse on the leg of the second sock. You know, I don't know. It's really weird because I bought both skeins at the same time, and they should have been wound the same way because I started from the middle on both of them. So they should have been wound the same way. So that is something, if you're using Knit Picks Felici, double check that your second skein is wound the same way as the first one, if that matters to you. So there's Dammy's birthday socks, and I've ordered their birthday presents. One has arrived, waiting for the other one. And we're talking about making plans because my birthday is on the 4th of October and Dammy's is on the 13th. I leave for my trip on the 15th. So we're going to celebrate on the weekend in between. So that's like the 8th or the 9th, depending on if we do Saturday or Sunday. And we're discussing what we're going to do. So I will let you know if we do the fun thing that we have talked about yesterday doing. So, all right, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. First up, something that I was hoping to have FO'd by the time I recorded, and it just didn't happen. I have on the needles from JBW Designs Judy Whitman. I am stitching this French country mitten. And I am doing it on perforated paper, 14 count Mill Hill white perforated paper, and I'm using Sulky 4055, and that's how much I have done. So there's still, I'm ready to do like the thumb portion over here, and then it comes up and around and over. Now you'll notice there's a big empty space here. In the pattern, there's a letter M. I'm not sure why there's a letter M because the designer's name is Judy Whitman. So, but I think I'm going to try to find a letter C that will fit in there. So that is why that empty space is there. I may need to, like, if I do the C, like right here, I may need to put in a little doodad, like one of these little, you know, one of the little doodads or something to like kind of fill this space right here if I do a letter C there. So working on that. Hope to have it finished in the next few days. Yeah. Okay, next up in my Omniapparatus bag from Black Needle Society, I am working on putting on the screen right now, Summer in Stars Hollow by Katie Landis, the Black Needle Society. I'm doing it on 18 count white Ada in the called for DMC and the color conversion for the Fancy Floss by Forbidden Fiber Co. Y'all, this is all but done. The only thing I have left is this pineapple yellow color here, filling it in around here. It's less than 400 stitches. I'm going to finish this before I leave on my trip, which was my goal. I'm going to finish it well before I leave on my trip. I'm hoping to have it done by next weekend. So we have Guitar for the Town Troubadour. We have Miss Patty's. We have Thousand Yellow Daisies. We have the other half of the gazebo with the Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Days of Summer singers. We have light pole. We have VHS tape. We have ice cream for the Ice Cream Queen. We have the stoplight. We have Lorelei's Jeep, and then the yellow just goes around the Jeep. And then we have To Be With You. And as you can see over here, this connects with the Autumn in Stars Hollow piece. And then next is going to be Spring in Stars Hollow, which I believe goes on this side. So I have this piece cut to fit all 4 blocks as one. So I am all but done with this, and it will definitely be done by the time I record the next episode. Okay, then next up in my to bed or to sleep project bag, Outlander inspired by Stitch Toolbox. I am working on The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. I did modify it. I took out the alphabet and the numbers, and I took this bottom motif and flipped it so it would mirror at the top and bottom. Okay? I am using Steel City Stitchers 16 count Ada in the Crimson Peak colorway, and the floss is Forbidden Fiber Co. in the River of Life colorway. Here's where I am. So I did the math at the beginning of the year. If I do 185 stitches a week on this, it'll be done by the end of the year. I'm not taking it on my trip, so right now I'm doing 210 stitches a week to make up for those 2 weeks that I'll be gone. This vase right here is deceptively large. So here we go. So there's the vase that I'm working on. And then I'll have the words, and then I'll have that motif again at the bottom. I have not stitched it for this week's. Last week was week 35, and I was at 6,800 stitches. And the total stitches is somewhere in 9,000. So I am making good progress on that. And then the final thing that I'm stitching on my needles. I'm using a needle to stitch it. In my Winnie the Pooh project bag from Knit Run Dig is my, oh dear, hold on. So that thought a moment. There it is. One of my needle minders popped off, and the magnet fell into the bottom of the bag. Okay, we're okay. This is Edinburgh Castle by Terra Luna Stitchery. It's large. It is 624 by 426 stitches. All the details for everything I'm using for this is in the show notes, ggkcs.com. And here is where I am at. So as of Friday night, so I'm doing this as my 25/7 piece, which means I either stitch 25 stitches a day or 25 minutes a day. Sometimes I stitch more. It just depends. And I post it in my stories every day on social media. And then on Fridays, I post it in my feed. So as of Friday night, I was at 78,320 stitches complete out of 265,824, and that was 29.463% complete. However, last night I did this square right here, and that gave me a page finish. So I finished 15 full pages. So this right here, this column right here, is the end of page 15. So you can see I've already done a bunch on page 16 because I'm stitching diagonally. And it put me at like 29.501%. So I'm getting really close to 30%, and I had a page finish. So yeah, making good progress. Not taking this on my trip either. I will just take a 2-week hiatus from 25/7. And then when I get back, I will just jump right back in on it, doing 25/7 and continue to make progress. So, well, I spliced it out, but I just made a huge mess. I knocked over the shelf off my craft cart. So now I need to clean up a big mess, and then we'll move on to the next segment. Okay, I've cleaned up my ginormous mess, and so now it is time for our favorite part of the show, yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about, yummies. First up, got a Knit Crate box in the mail. This is the August box, and it was inspired by Glass Future. So, a fast-paced, high-technology glimpse of a future shrouded in chrome and glass, a world reflected in buzzing lights and the faint glow of neon. So we got 2 skeins of Uru Yarn by Knit Crate Cotton Basic in the neon colorway. It's 100% organic Pima cotton, DK weight, 100 grams, 275 yards. It's this beautiful, just kind of white, natural with lavender. I think I'm going to take at least 1 skein of this and make some like cotton squares to use like when I'm cleaning my face and such, because I need some more of those. I only have a few. So, and then this month we also got a pen that has a highlighter on the end. How brilliant is that? So there's that. Oh, hold on, let me see. There's another note down here. Oh, it's just telling us thank you. So Knit Crate sends us this box every month. Most of the time we use the yarn as prizes. Sometimes I keep it. But they also give us a coupon code to give to y'all. You can use the coupon code, all capital letters, Geeky20, GEEKY20, to get $40 off your first month Knit Crate subscription. If you remain a Knit Crate subscriber for 3 months, you'll get another gift code that gives you $40 off your 4th month. So for most of the subscriptions, I believe you'll just end up paying in the first month paying shipping and handling, and then again in the 4th month paying shipping and handling. So it's a good deal. So you should definitely check it out. Link in the show notes, ggkcs.com. And then we got Just Cross Stitch October 2022. And I did not mark pages like I should have. I have to say I am way more impressed with this issue than I have been in a while. There's this beautiful, the cover model. I'm a huge sunflower fan, so that was beautiful. That is by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace Fine Arts. Sorry, I'm just going to flip y'all because I can't remember. I know there were several things in here that I was like, oh, those are cute. I might stitch that. These, Celtic Fall Trio with the Celtic knots over an acorn, a squash, and a leaf. These are by Franny Ritter of Franny Ritter Designs. They're all 46 by 46, except for one is 47 by 46. But I'm wondering if I could modify this one to make it a pumpkin. That would be way, way cute. I love the Celtic knot. This, oh my gosh, y'all. It's a blackwork pumpkin with a wooden spool as the stem by Kim Beesham. The pieces are both 44 by 44, and it has great instructions to walk you through how to put it together. Very, very pretty. I don't know that I'll stitch this, but it's called Fall Friends. I do love the plaid on the wing and on the tail of the squirrel. I think that's a super cute idea. This is by Christy DeCaria Poliquin of Pixel Pixie Cross Stitch. How cute is this? A little fox with a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. By Lee Fisher of Stitchy Fish Designs. This one just made me giggle. Sweater weather. A cat wearing a sweater riding a bicycle. That's by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace Fine Needle Arts. Let's see if there's anything else in this one. There are some Halloween ornaments in this issue. I know there's at least one more pattern in here. I can't remember what it is. Oh, this one. Oops. Hold on. I'm bending the paper. This is called Halloween Shepherdess. Do you see the kitties at the top and the kitty on top of the sheep? How cute is that? This is by Nicoletta Ferrato of Nikki's Creations. It's 140 by 64. Super, super cute. That might be the last pattern that I liked. Sorry. My pages are sticking together. Yeah, so I was very impressed with Just Cross Stitch October 2022. Not as impressed with Just Cross Stitch 2022 Special Holiday Edition issue. There are a few patterns that I like. Sorry, I didn't mark them. I'm sorry, I'm not as prepared today as I should be. I'm looking for, I know what I'm, there we go. Okay, this is in the holiday critters section. There is this Christmas tree with black cats, which is super, super cute. It's by, is it number 1? Yeah. It is by this Stitcher Hood. So that one's cute. And then there's also this kitty underneath the Christmas tree with lights. And that one is by Hot House Petunia Designs. And then this one, Christmas Spirits by Top Knot Stitcher. Abby. That is just the cutest. They don't have a page in the back like that has all the pictures on it like they do in normal issues. Okay, here we go. This is Marshmallow Sweet, so it's marshmallows dressed up like the Nutcracker, by Michelle Bindi Stitchy Designs. And then also, this one down here is cute. It's all about the sweets. A mouse eating a candy cane with a cup of hot cocoa. That is by Pixel Pixie Cross Stitches. So those were the ones that I liked out of this. So there's a few, but overall, I'm not as impressed with this as I have been in like years past or such. So take from that what you will. We all have different styles, and we all have different things that we like to stitch, and that's just how it is. So, all right, that's everything for this segment. So let's move on to the next one. And now let's talk about what we're reading, watching, and listening to. A reminder about our RAL read along. This is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. We are in the July, August, September quarterly RAL. And by participating in the quarterly RALs, you earn entries into the year-long challenge. And at the beginning of 2023, which is only 4 months away, we will draw for 3 grand prize winners who will win a grand prize bundle of crafting stuff. So, all the details are in the show notes, and you enter in our Facebook group. Okay, let me just tell you about just 3 books that I read over the last month. The first one is The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn, and it is the story of, it's set in 1937 is when it starts, and it is based on a true story about a woman, Mila Pavlichenko, who is a librarian and a mother and a student, and she becomes one of history's deadliest female snipers, hunting Nazis, and comes to be known as Lady Death. There is this is not a typical book that I would read. Someone recommended it to me. I can't remember who, but as part of her story, she comes here to the U.S. kind of on a tour of trying to get the U.S. to help in the fight against the Nazis, and becomes a friend with First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. And it was just a very well done story. It kept my interest. I'm not normally like a historical fiction like this type of reader, and I found it very interesting and very, very well written. So that was The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn. One of my favorite books that I have read this year, The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. It's about this woman who is a ghostwriter for one of the most prolific romance authors at the time. And she no longer believes in love because of life circumstances. and she ends up having to go home, where she has avoided for the most part for 10 years because her father passes away. Well, her family owns a funeral parlor. And then we get into the rest of this story. This is all stuff that you find out fairly early on. Her father saw ghosts, and she sees ghosts. And it is just a fun, contemporary, paranormal romance. Like the ghost stuff doesn't like overpower the story, but it is an integral part of the story. It was just so well written, and I really, really enjoyed it. One of my favorite books that I've read this year. And then finally, the second book in the London Calling series, Husband Material by Alexis Hall. I've been waiting for this one. It's the sequel to Boyfriend Material, and it's set in the UK. It's about Luke and Oliver, who pretended that they were in love and then fell in love for real. And now the second book in the series, and it takes on 4 weddings and a funeral as part of Luke and Oliver's life and the people around them. It was very well written, really enjoyed it. I had been waiting for it to come out, so I was able to jump in on the hold list at the library fairly quickly and get it, and really enjoyed reading it. And then some of what I'm watching, of course, continuing to watch Law & Order Special Victims Unit episodes to go along with the That's Messed Up in SVU podcast, which is not safe for children. I'm rewatching season 3 of Gilmore Girls with the I Am All In with Scott Patterson podcast. I just thought of another series I was going to tell y'all that I was watching. Just typing it here in the show notes. We are almost to the end of season 3. There's 2 episodes left of season 3, and really, really enjoying a rewatch. Finished watching season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. So good. Such a good story. I can't wait for season 3. I finished watching season 3 of For All Mankind, which is story of the space race, but alternate history. And I love it. It's so good. I watched season 1 of The Sandman, which was very well done. It's a Neil Gaiman series. I finished watching the final season series of Lock and Key, which is fantastic. It had been so long since I had watched seasons 1 and 2 that I decided to binge watch. So I binge watched seasons 1 and 2, and 3 came out as I was like in season 2. So I just binge watched all 3 seasons, and I'm glad I did because it really kept the story alive and like all those threads from early on feeding in. Loved it. I watched all 6 seasons of The Resident. Okay, so this is a medical drama. I had avoided this because the main character is Matt Zuckery, who plays Logan in Gilmore Girls. I hate his character in Gilmore Girls. Do not like Logan at all. It took 2 full seasons of The Resident before I could look at Matt Zuckery and not be like, oh, that's Logan. I was able to actually like see him as his character in The Resident. I loved that they addressed COVID and the impact that it had on the healthcare world and the healthcare workers and the world at large. And season 7, is that right? Or was it the end of season? I'm trying to remember which season is coming out next. If it's season 6 or season 7. Hold on a second. Let's consult my BFF. IMDb. They changed how it looks. How do I see this? It looks much different than it looks on my phone. I finished season 5. Season 6 is coming out. Okay. So I watched 5 seasons of The Resident. Cried a lot through season 5. I watched a movie called The Age of Adeline that I really enjoyed. It's been a while since I watched it though, so let me pull up just kind of a So it's a 2015 movie. It has one of my favorite actors, Harrison Ford, in it. The synopsis on IMDb is: a young woman born at the turn of the 20th century is rendered ageless after an accident. After many solitary years, she meets a man who complicates the eternal life she has settled into. Really enjoyed it. It's on Netflix. Thought it was very, very well done. It also has Blake Lively in it. So enjoyed that. And then listening to, of course, my favorite murder podcast and random playlists. That is some of what I'm reading, watching, and listening to. I could do a 5-hour podcast on what I read and watch and listen to, because I listen to audiobooks as well as read actual well, not physical books. I read them on my phone, but I read a lot. I read very fast. I'm almost to 200 finished books for the year. So I read a lot. So yeah, so that's why I just pick and choose and pull a few books out to share with you. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And now let's talk about our June, July, and August summertime, and the living is easy. Ow. So this is over. People who finished projects in the last month are Andrea J., Emily R., Jane S., and Silver D. Great job. Okay, prize winners. If you're a winner, I need you to email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com with your full name and mailing address. You have 30 days from the day this episode goes live to claim your prize, or you forfeit it. Okay, prize winners. First up, we have Sunflowers for Ukraine counting pens from Lady.Creates, and the winner of that is entry number 16, Silver D. Next up, we have Knitology Wisp Yarn. We have 2 skeins of clay pot. That goes to entry number 22, Jennifer B.H. We have a Holiday Cat Cross Stitch Kit donated by Lori. That goes to entry number 72, Andrea J. And we have Adine Wools by Knit Crate Interlock Yarn. We have 2 skeins of the Haze colorway, and that goes to entry number 79, Emily R. So congratulations again, Silver D, Jennifer B.H., Andrea J., and Emily R. Email me at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com, full name, mailing address, and I will get those prizes out in the mail to you. Congratulations. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, welcome to a new segment called Monthly Giveaways. So in the past few alongs, we haven't had as much participation as we have in years past. And so what we've decided to do is to do just like 1 or 2 giveaways every month. The way you'll enter is you'll go to the YouTube video. If you're watching this on YouTube, this video, you'll go to the YouTube video of this episode, and in the comments, you will comment using the keyword. And then when I record next month's podcast, I will do the random YouTube comment picker, searching for that word, and choose one winner. I will ship internationally, and you can, if I do more than one giveaway item, you can enter for all of them, but you can only win once per month. So if you would like to donate a prize to be given away in the monthly giveaways, you can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. And as always, if you're a winner, you'll have 30 days from the day the podcast goes live to claim your prize, or you'll forfeit it. So first up this month, we're going to do 2 giveaways. So first up, we are going to give away 2 skeins of Uru yarn by Knit Crate Asher in the Old Barn colorway. This yarn is 34% cotton, 35% linen, 19% lyocell, 11% nylon. It's sport weight, 100 grams, 351 yards. So it's this beautiful rusty orangish red. Very, very pretty. It would make, because it's made of cotton and linen, and then the lyocell and nylon, it would make a very lovely summer piece, summer garment. Depending on your size, you may need to add some other yarn with it. But so if you're interested in winning this, I want you to use the keyword barn, B-A-R-N, because the colorway is Old Barn. So B-A-R-N. comment in the YouTube comments with the word barn. And then I'm going to give away, I know it's not Christmas yet, but maybe you're wanting to get started on some Christmas stitching. This is an issue of Cross Stitch Crazy from, I'm trying to see if there's, where the date is. Well, it's the 20th anniversary issue. I am not sure when this issue is from. I don't know. But Cross Stitch Crazy, it has lots of patterns in it. A few that I like are, of course, the kitties in stockings. That's by Margaret Sherry. There is this whole section of 50 bright Christmas gift ideas. So there's lots and lots of little patterns in here that you can use for fun things. There are these 4 trees, the season and time trees, that are very, very beautiful. These are by Cheryl McKinnon. And let's see, they are like 70 by 70 each, so not huge. Let's see what else. There's these cute little party animals. I love the little kitty with the cupcake and the party hat. That's by Molly Johansson. And it looks like it is like 40 by 40 max. There's this beautiful Christmas piece of different ways, different languages, how you say Merry Christmas in different languages. And then they finished it as a pillow. That's by Emma Congdon. It is, does it say? 125 by 125, so it's a little bit larger. And there's all kinds of other stuff. So if you're interested in winning this issue, I want you to use the word crazy, because it's Cross Stitch Crazy. So use the word crazy in the YouTube comments, and then you will be entered to win this. So barn for the yarn and crazy for the magazine. And again, you can enter for both, and I will draw for prize winners in next month's episode. So, all right, let's move on to the next segment. Okay, we're going to try this segment again. Welcome to Ask the Geeks, the part of the show where you ask us questions and we try to answer them. The sirens are playing with me today. I am like pretty oblivious to them in like day-to-day life, unless I'm like on a video, like on a Zoom, or recording a video like this, or on the phone for work. But to have cool air coming in, I have to have the door open, which makes it where we hear the sirens. So this question was originally asked and answered in 2014. Lisa says, I love your short hairstyle. Have either or both of you ever had long hair? So this sent me down a rabbit hole of looking at our Google Photos. And I pulled 3 photos of Dammy and I each with longer hair. So these first 2 of Dammy are from 2012. One of them is from September. And then this next one is from April 2012. So Dammy with longer hair. And then the other one of Dammy would have been in, hold on, let me think. Like 2010 or 2011. So yeah, so, 10, 11 years ago. And then the 3 from me are from back in high school. So this first one is from August of 1993, that long hair. This next one is from a year prior, September of 1992. That must have been when I had a perm because I have the curly hair, because the curly hair didn't really come in until after I had Dammy. So I must have had a perm because the hair is curlier in that one. And then the final one, it's not as long, but it's longer than what I have now, obviously. This would have been one of my senior pictures in 1994. So there you can see I had a little bit of wave, plus it has a little bit of the perm left in it. But I had a little wave, but then once I had Dammy is when the curls all started coming in. So yeah, so Dammy and I have both had long hair. We both prefer the shorter hair. Yeah, so that's what we do. So thank you, Lisa, for sending me down a rabbit hole of looking for photos of us with long hair. If you have a question for us, you can post it in the Ask the Geeks post in our Facebook group. You can post it as a comment on any of our YouTube videos, and I'll copy it over. You can send it to us by email, ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. You can send me a DM on Instagram, cc_JavaPearl. So there's lots of ways that you can let me know what your questions might be. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show. Thanks for hanging out with me. I did some Googling, and this issue of Cross Stitch Crazy is from November 2019. So now you know. A few announcements. I am a rep for the Black Needle Society, which means I get their every other month boxes and unbox them for y'all, and love them so much. They gave me a coupon code. You can save 5% on everything in the Black Needle Society vault with the coupon code, all capital letters, JavaPearl5, JAVAPURL, and the number 5. The vault is where they put all the extra stuff. So if you've seen me unbox something and you're like, oh, I wonder if I would like to get my hands on that, check the vault because it might be there. You can use that code multiple times. If you're interested in getting the every other month boxes, you can join the wait list at theblackneedlesociety.com. And they are working through that wait list and adding people as they can. I am a co-host of the Pride Along that runs through the beginning of July 2023. You can post your projects using the hashtag GGKCS Pride Along. There's a video in the show notes, ggkcs.com, that explains the OWL and the rules. We'd like to say a huge thank you to those of you to everyone who supports us by being with us, watching us, no matter how long you've been here with us. If you've been here all 10 years, if you're brand new this episode, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being part of our community. We love you so much. You're amazing. But a special thank you to those who support us financially. That primarily goes to shipping out prizes and like technology stuff behind the scenes. So like shipping out these monthly prizes that we're doing now. And so there are a few ways you can support us financially. Patreon and YouTube Join are ways you can sorry, it's been so long since I've said this that I have lost it. Patreon and YouTube Join are where you can join and just support us, and you earn rewards or perks based on the level you donate at. You can find out more and sign up at patreon.com/ggkcs or by clicking the join button under any YouTube video. PayPal, if you'd like to make a one-time donation, there's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website, ggkcs.com. We are bookshop.org affiliates. I make a bookshelf every episode that has the books that we talk about, but also you can just shop in our shop, and that supports local independent bookstores and also gives us a commission. Our bookshop is at bookshop.org/shop/ggkcs, and we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you shop on Amazon, if you go to our site first, ggkcs.com, click on the appropriate Amazon link, do your shopping as normal. We earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Where to find us online? You can find everywhere online at ggkcs.com. There you'll find links to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, our Facebook group, etc., etc. And with that, I'm going to tell you goodbye. Happy 10th Podiversary to this wonderful community of GGKCS that started as Geeky Girls Knit and then moved to Geeky Girls Knit and Cross Stitch and now is GGKCS. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. And until I see you again in October. Happy crafting. Happy autumn. Happy pumpkin. Hey there, pumpkin. Orange is my second favorite color. Dammy and I decorated for autumn yesterday. I don't know if I can do this smoothly. I have pumpkins on my wall, crocheted pumpkins. Bought them from Wander Free and Queer, which is a fantastic Etsy shop. And they also have a great Instagram. So, happy crafting, and I'll talk to you again soon. Stay tuned after the credits for a pink pearl video, as always. All right, bye. What are you doing? I think there's a kitty in my covers. Oh no, what am I gonna do? There's a kitty in my covers. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hello. You're so sneaky. You're so sneaky. Are you gonna stay under there? Or are you coming out? My, what big eyes you have. Hi. You're so cute.